Hello, it's Meg. I'm so tired and I'm not allowed to go to bed until I film this video and get it right. Oh my gosh, is that true? I don't know. I don't even know. Anyway, I have to do this. I've been trying to film this VR to Krista Chronicles. She's no idea. Since 2023. I was pregnant with my first child. In the notebook that I wrote all this stuff down in for this freaking tag, I also have like what to take to the hospital and what I need to buy, well, because I'm having a baby. It's like crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm so tired. Oh my god. Anyway, I've been trying to film this video for years. Will I do it now? Yes, I have to do it. It's just so hard. It's so hard. I've been ranting on and on about the Joan Didion essay called On Keeping the Notebook and how she talks about being self-effacing and like all this shit. And you know what? I am doing it again. It's really hard to talk about this or to do this. I don't know, like it's one thing to have people say things about me and just be like, okay, or whatever, or no, sorry. Like, and then it's another thing to say things about me, you know? So I was trying to like keep it to a script, keep it to like just some website that says that this is what this means, this is what this is like, and I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever, let's go with it. So cool. And then I brought out these cards to illustrate. Maybe we'll just do that again. It is fun to just look at more cards too, and these are cute. Let's see here. I have to sneeze. Oh my gosh, that's awful. That's terrible. Oh no. I hope I don't do it. If I do, I'll edit it out. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. The sun. What is the sun? What is the sun? Well, my sun is in Sagittarius, so that's cool. Good for me. I like it. I think it's great. I don't know what else I would want to be. Maybe something more chill. That would be cool. Maybe like a Taurus would be cool. Chris is a Taurus. My grandma's a Taurus. Although, I mean, everything comes with its like ups and downs, right? I do like being a Sag, honestly. I think it's kind of all of it together, isn't it? All right, anyway. I'm also Sag Venus, so double the importance of the things. Okay, jubilation, conviction, adventure, freedom. My Sag deck is the Dangleson Dream Tarot. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to mention too is that Sagittarius flower essence is agrimony, which is indicated for hiding your true emotions behind a cheerful face. The other thing too about like this idea of optimism is it feels just like more and like bluntness. This deck also has that in it, I think, where it's just like more matter of fact, actually, where it's like, no, actually we're just telling it like it is, and it's also good. Even if it's bad, you know, like, which can be, honestly, like, it is how it is, and then it's, like, hiding true emotions behind a cheerful face. I think it just can be really frustrating sometimes, because it can be more difficult to, like, access those, to access a lot of different emotions because of that. I don't like optimism, like hope. I've been reading a lot of books about hope, and one of them sort of talking about, like, optimism versus hope, and I'm just, like, kind of anti-optimism, and always have been because of how adults were when I was a child, you know, lots of like change your mind, change your reality thing, and I'm like, I'm 8. Like, you know, like, what are you, like, that kind of thing where it's like, I have to go to school every day, what are you talking about, or etc. But yeah, this deck just like makes me think of that, like, you know, it's just a very Sag deck, and I really love it so much. cool. And also too, like the traveling thing. I mentioned this when I was just trying to film this, and I do want to mention it again. Like when I first was struggling with agoraphobia, homebound agoraphobia, many years ago, I had to do a lot of like, I mean, I guess we can keep looking at cards. I had to do a lot of thinking, I guess. I mean, what else is there to do when you're at home all day? Besides go on the internet. I'm so glad I didn't become like a psycho on the internet. Jesus Christ. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, thinking about things. One of them, you know, one of it was like sort of like the idea that we live in a capitalist culture, and like what sort of contribution can I be making if I don't have a job, and like this sort of lack of self-worth. And it's very difficult. But then also this idea that I'm like a Sagittarius, and like I'm not traveling and like being carefree and doing this stuff, when really to me it's that a lot of that is just very like surface level, like the optimism, the travel stuff. It's like it's more like the philosophical aspects of things. Like we're traveling with our thoughts and our theories and our convictions and whatnot. You know, like I'm traveling different people's personalities through the narratives in books, or, you know, when I was a kid, I was really into like different religions and different, and like psychology. Oh my gosh. I was like, I read so much psychology. People would like take me to out to a meal to get my perspective on like their relationship or something when I was like in middle school and high school. It was so bizarre. So yeah, that's my Sag deck. I also picked the Kaz and Lara as like a secondary one, sort of that similar like traveling philosophical religion thing. There's a lot of different things coming together in this deck to a shared goal and ends, but just, you know, constant exploration. And it's cool. Sagittarius are cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really want to like... Never mind. Okay, so my next big 3 sign. Okay, wait, let's see what I wrote for that. Sag Sun, self-guided. Okay, shadow aspects, agrimony, compass, clowny. Do you guys know that song? Wait, I'll link it below. Please stop watching this stupid video and go watch the clowny clown video. I've told you guys about this. I know I have. Anyway, God, I'm really tired. It's like 9 p.m. I'm like, my eyes are so heavy. I feel like a cartoon. Aries moon. I'm like, what am I reading? Intense but doesn't linger. Okay, so I'll get into that actually. I think that's interesting. Okay, so for Aries moon, this is very fun. I picked, where'd I put them? Well, there's one of them. There's 2. This is funny. I picked the Mars Power Tarot. How original. I would insert the as like I feel like it's very like millennial joke. Florals for spring. The Mars Power Tarot for Aries moon. Okay. So I picked these decks for this for a few different reasons, and I'm going to tell you. I swear I'll tell you. Just let me hold these up. Sorry. Okay. My Mars is also in Aries, so that's, again, we're double trouble again. Ooh. direct an emotional need to act on their impulses and emotions, courage and confidence to express how I'm feeling and what's going on in my inner world, self-expression, need to be in charge of my own life, needs to accomplish things, and routine. It's physically painful to not express self. Combative, passionate. Anyway, it is literally physically painful to not express myself. Like sometimes, like it's like like sensory things, like not like, wait, that meme, hold on. I'll hopefully insert it. No, but like I have like sensory like issues, and I feel like that's a part of that. And like the reason I picked these decks, not just because of like the intensity of the expression here, but just the fact that she has so many decks, I feel like lends to that idea of like the need for self-expression. You know, she's like a prolific deck creator. I could have picked some Rose Bay decks also in that vein, just like that aspect of an Aries placement needing to do that. And then like I do think of, you know, an Aries being like, but really it's not that big of a deal because it doesn't stay. What does stay is the next sign, and that's why that's where problems occur, I suppose. Anyway, my preference for these decks is the Star Power. I've had it longer. I like it. I used to have it a really long time ago, and then gave it to a friend a really long time ago because the art style kind of reminded me of her art style, but hers is kind of better actually. But I don't think she really makes art anymore. I have a few portraits. I have a portrait of me that she did. Should I show you? I would grab it. Maybe I'll try to insert a picture. But it's from a very long time ago, before I gave the deck to her. Anyway, so Scorpio rising. Something that I wrote down for Scorpio rising. Oh man, this is the stuff that's like tough. Let's just stick to a script here. Let's keep it concise. Let's keep it tight. Google.com, Scorpio rising. Project an aura of intensity, mystery, and magnetism, often seeming deep. No, perceptive and sometimes intimidating. No, dude, it's not seeming. That's real. Okay, drawing others in. This is why I can't do this. Drawing others in with their powerful presence and ability to see hidden truths. They value deep connections, loyalty, and emotional depth. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so anyway. Wow, I'm just so cool and mysterious. I'm just kidding. Okay, pulls it out of you without prying. And for that, I picked the Tenebrae, the non-Whispers edition. This is what I picked the first time around. But to me, it's like, that could be any tarot deck. It's like pulling it out of you without prying. It's like, what? Knows some hidden truth. Like, okay, it's like any tarot deck. Oh, you know what I just realized would be another fun one for a Sag too, is the Ashra Tarot. We can just look at this one. We can say that this is Scorpio rising. It's not though. I think I went with Tenebrae because of the what's it called? Like the darkness too, like this idea, like when people think of Scorpio, it's like what? Like goth shit. So I picked that. But now we're looking at this because I just wanted to. I feel like I don't love this cardstock. I have the big one and the tiny one, and I want to get the middle one. I want to get the tarot size at some point. Anyway, we don't have to look at this. It's just here, so why not? Okay, so the other stuff I've written down for Scorpio rising is ice. So when you think of the elements and it's water, right? I think of them as different parts of like the cycle of that element. And for Scorpio would be ice, right? I just think that that's interesting. I also took these notes, again, like almost 3 years ago. Pulls it out of you without praying. Makes people uncomfortable. But that's your own insecurity. Rattling around. That's what I wrote. And I stand by it. A duck. And then also the Thoth. It's, you know, people don't like it because it's like too intense or too whatever, that kind of thing. We can look at the Tenebrae. And also specifically the non-Whispers edition. I like the Whispers edition more. This one's in order because I don't use it. And then we all have Pluto, and not all of us, I'm sorry. A lot of people around my age have Pluto in Scorpio. And mine's in the 12th house. I do love this deck. I don't know why I don't prefer this. I mean, I have it for a reason. It has a place, like the non-Whispers. Scorpio rising deck thing really like makes me like, I really want to, I don't know, I guess I know that I picked that one before. Good and bad, and depends on one's ability to channel. That's probably, I think that was more about the Aries moon, like the idea of the direct and the emotional things. This is the sort of the theme with these 3 signs too, is like a directness. And I feel like they handle, you know, like the signs handle it all in different ways, or the aftermath of it in different ways. And depending to, yeah, it's always like received differently, I think. And then when you have a blend of that, it's just, I don't know, it's probably, oh, here. This is my Sag planner. The Joker Hide the Tears. My planner. That's very fun. I need to change that. I just, never mind. I'll just talk about that in a planner video. I want to show more decks because that's why I'm here. That's what's fun. But I think that's it. I don't really know what else to say about Scorpio rising, and that it's probably best to keep it that way for the Scorpio rising in me. Oh, I didn't use these anymore. Let's see what this says. Scorpio endings, forgiveness. It's trying to get you to forget. It's trying to be like, forgive, because they don't. And that's the thing with the Aries, which was like, they're quick to anger, but it doesn't linger. But then the Scorpio, that's what lingers. And it's true. It's true. Like, it depends what the infraction is, really. Like, if you mess with like a friend of mine, I guess that's an Aries thing too, and a Sag thing. It just doesn't sit well with me. Okay, cool. I'm thinking of more decks and more things that I want to say but shouldn't. But okay, so the real reason that I'm filming this video and I'm being so vulnerable, is because I want to know everyone's signs. I want to know everyone's big 3. I just remembered when I first told Thea about this tag years ago, Big 3 Tarot, she thought it meant RWS Thoth and Marseille. Like, we're picking our favorite of the big 3, which is also a good tag. I know some of them, but I don't know enough, and I want to know. I feel like it's going to give some interesting context, you know? Like for instance, in my bio, for some years now, I've had my hand measurements written down so that when you see me using something, there's a frame of reference. And I think that we should all put our big 3 in there. Everyone needs to, okay, please hear me out. I implore you. In your bio, please put your real name, your hand measurements, and your big 3. Your big 3. Is that too much info? I feel like I would be like, I want to be fun and be like, wouldn't you like to know? But like, just make a whole ass video about it. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.